Hi guys, it has been a while since I've done a catch-up update video. In fact, I think it's been since September, which is not very good of me. I never seem to remember to make them, which is probably not very good, but today I wanted to catch you up on everything that's been going on with me. I've been receiving lots of questions on Instagram about this because I've been doing weekly Q&As over there, which is a really nice thing to do, but lots of you are very curious about what I'm doing next and what the future holds for me. And I am at a bit of a crossroads in my life at the moment. A lot is going on, a lot is changing, which is exciting, but I'm also not very good at change. So it's very scary at the same time to just have the whole world in front of me. So I want to talk to you today about what I am going to be getting up to and what the future looks like for me. So if you don't know, I've been doing my A-levels for the past 2 years. I've been going to college and I've been doing English literature and creative writing, and the course has now come to an end. So I finished the 2 years and I've got my results, which I was really pleased with. I don't want to share exactly what I got on my social media just because I do think it's a very personal thing, and I've put the work in over the last 2 years and I don't really want to brag, or neither do I want to say, oh, I didn't do very well. So I'm pleased, and that is the main thing. And actually it doesn't matter too much because I made the decision to not go to university, and I've had a few comments and a few things of people being really excited that I'm going to university, because I know that was my original plan. It was not really the plan, it was an option, and it was something I wanted to do at one point, but in the end I decided back in September actually that it was just not going to be for me and not something that I was interested in doing at this point in my life. And I'm not saying that I'll never go to university or never do a university degree, but right now it is not something that I'm going to be doing, and I'm really relieved that I have made that decision. It's a really scary thing to go against the grain. I think there is a lot of talk about how university is the done thing. It's something that everybody seems to do now, and I've never been one to follow the crowd, so I think it's kind of natural that I wouldn't go. And also I just really want to stay at home. I've got a lot on. I've been working for myself for the past few years, and I've got my book deal, and I've got 2 more books to write and another book to edit, and my career is going really nicely at the moment and I'm really building on that. But actually I made this decision before I had the book deal, before I started a lot of my major projects that I'm working on at the moment, so whether I had had the book deal or not, it wouldn't have affected my decision not to go. And when it came to applying back last autumn, it was something that I really wanted to do, but when it came to sitting down and writing out my submission and thinking about where I wanted to go, I found that I was really stressed about it, and it was definitely something that I was heading down because I felt like I had to rather than because I really wanted to. And for me, when I went to the university open days and heard them talk, because I did go to open days, I visited the universities and kind of explored the whole thing. A lot of the courses to do with English literature were just kind of the set courses, and then their kind of way of pulling you in was saying that you could meet publishers and meet authors and find out more about publishing and write a blog, and I'd already done that stuff, so it just seemed a bit counterintuitive to go to something because they were offering all this stuff, but I'd already done it. And I think that I really wanted to talk about this today because I do think that there is a certain pressure to go to university and to just want to do that, and that is completely fine, and I really respect people who have made the decision to go to university, but equally I think it's a really brave thing to decide not to do that and to do something completely different. And I am really scared about the future. It's not something that I have taken lightly to do, but it is the best thing for me right now, and I'm also looking into things that in the future I could go to university, so I'm not closing that door completely, but right now I made the decision that I'm just not going to go, and I'm going to make it on my own for a few years. I've got 3 books coming out in the next 3 years, and I'm making money, and I am hoping to do bigger and better things, and I've been doing lots of media stuff recently that I've really enjoyed. I've been on the radio and I've been doing TV things, some of which you may have seen, some of which you won't have seen and I can't talk about yet, but that's really exciting, and I'm really enjoying that as well, so that's definitely something I want to pursue more in the future. And I suppose just building up everything I've had, because I've been running my YouTube and my blog and everything else all while I've been at school and whilst I've been at college, and so I've never had time to dedicate solely to it. And so there's been things I've wanted to do for years and years and years that have just been on my bucket list that I just can't wait to have the time to dedicate to doing them now, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. Honestly, some of these ideas I've had for about 4 years, and I've just been waiting until the day when I'm allowed the time to do them, and so it's really nice to be planning things behind the scenes and to be doing all that kind of stuff. I'm not doing YouTube full time, like I don't want to make it seem like I'm a full-time YouTuber, because I'm not. Realistically, I can't support myself doing YouTube, and I want to make that really clear that that's not the decision I've made. I'm going to be doing lots of other stuff as well, so it's not just YouTube, it's also my writing and lots of other things as well that you won't know about yet, and I'm still in the process of working out, but I'm very, very excited, and that is my decision, and I really hope that you will respect that. I think the thing I'm most worried about is people's reactions to it, because so many people do go to university, and I don't want you to think like I'm throwing my life away because I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing it yet, and I think that's fine. And actually I think I've got a few years to work out what I want. I might not even want to do English literature if I do decide to go to university. I might decide to do something completely different, and I just kind of want to live a little bit. I've always hated school and education. I had a lot of trouble at school and a lot of experiences that left me very broken and bruised, let's just say that. And so part of the whole thing was I just needed some time to get over those experiences, and in the past few years I've had a really big growth in terms of my brain, which is a lot better now than it was. So I suppose it's buying myself time. It's kind of like an extended gap year that could go on for however many years. So that's my decision on that, and I'll be talking about it a lot more in the future, and you'll be hearing more about what I'm up to, and I'll be able to share that hopefully soon. But that is the decision. I really hope that you'll respect that I'm not changing my mind, so I really would hope that if you have any negative reactions to that, you will keep it to yourself. It is my decision, it is made, and I'm not going back on it now, so that is that. I've had a super busy few weeks. I've gone from spending a lot of time in my bedroom to travelling a lot, which has been really exciting, and going to events. So a few weeks ago, I think 4 weeks ago now, I went to Wales for the weekend and went on all the beaches, which was so lovely, and it's like a second home to me because I've always like grown up visiting the same place, so that was really nice. And then the week after, I went to Catherine Webber's YA prom, which was so amazing. Her new book Only Love Can Break Your Heart was released, and she hosted a prom, and it was the best night ever, and I got to hang out with some of my best friends and meet lots of 2019 fellow debut authors, which was brilliant, and just party the night away. Well, not really partying because I'm a bookworm and don't party that hard. I think the strongest thing I drank was water, but it was really nice to meet up with lots of authors and meet lots of you and just talk to people. And I have been away from the YA scene for a little bit and haven't been going to events and stuff, so it was really nice to do that. And I loved Katie's book so much, so it was really nice to celebrate it with her. And then the week after, I was in Haworth at the Bronte Parsonage, which was so good. It was Emily's bicentenary weekend, and so there were lots of events on, and I did an event which was about blogging and YouTube and lots of online things. It was called Making Your Mark Online, and so many people came, which was absolutely amazing. I was really worried that nobody would turn up, and it was so good to just ramble on about the things that I love. And it was honestly, I think, the best event I've ever done, and I've done quite a few events at various festivals and things, but this I think was my favourite. To do it in a place that means so much to me and to be asked in the first place, it was so special. And it is also the only event I've done in a cellar where there are replica gravestones, which was pretty cool. And I also did a takeover of the parsonage Twitter and Instagram accounts, which was a very big responsibility but so much fun. And then to be in Haworth during Emily's birthday was brilliant, and I felt very emotional about it actually, so that was one of the most exciting things I've done recently. I think it's one of my highlights of the year so far. It was so good and I just loved it. And then I came back on the Monday, and on the Friday I was in London because I've started my book edits, so I went up to London to meet with my editor and my agent again, and we discussed all the edits I'm going to be doing on my book, and I've since started that, which has been very testing. It has been a very interesting experience, and I'm going to be doing some writing videos the next few weeks, so I'll talk about that more in detail then. But I've got a very complicated relationship with my book right now. It is very difficult. These edits are definitely the hardest thing I've done so far on this book, and I'm enjoying it and I really love the book, but it's also very difficult and I hadn't fully anticipated that. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm enjoying it, but at the same time it's very frustrating and I just want to be done with it, and my deadline's the end of September and I've got to get a move on with that. So there's been a lot going on and I've been here, there and everywhere, and travel takes it out of me anyway, so I had to have some recovery time from that, so I haven't been filming videos. They haven't been my priority, but I'm back on the bandwagon now and I'm going to be filming lots of videos hopefully in the next few weeks. And then we've got Victober coming up too, which I'm so excited about. I'm going to be doing a video on that next month, and then my TBR at the start of October, and I can't wait to be part of Victober again. There is so much going on, and I've been doing my classics-a-thon this month. I was going to do reading vlogs for that, that's another point. I was going to do reading vlogs and I figured out that I'm really bad at vlogging. I can't do it. I forget, and then I have one clip a week and it's like a 30-second clip, and that wouldn't make a vlog. So I am very sorry about that. I know I promised that there was going to be reading vlogs, but I'm going to try and do a weekend reading vlog or something in the next few weeks, just so you'll see a vlog from me, but probably not weekly vlogs. I'm really bad at it, and I really value my personal time when the camera is off, and I just feel a bit like vlogging is a step too far in that direction, and I like to keep like video stuff and personal stuff quite separate. So I didn't really anticipate before I started vlogging that that was going to be the case, but I'm not very good at it, and I'm just not that kind of booktuber, and I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get better. I will get better at some point, but at the moment I just don't think that's gonna happen. There's too much going on in my brain. Also, vlogging means that I've got to tidy my room slightly, and just looking at the floor now down here, not gonna happen. I also wanted to thank you for two things. One, the support for my book when I announced it. It was so lovely, and I just spent that whole few days in a state of awe and gratitude, and it was so lovely, and just thank you so much for your support on that. I also want to say that I know that it's not going to be for everyone. It is a teenage book. It's for teenagers, but you can read it if you are older, and I don't want to be one of these YouTubers who says that it's like a book because I'm a YouTuber, and I just want to make clear that whether I was on YouTube or not, I'd still have written the book. I also don't want to be constantly pushing it to you. If you want to read it, then the links to pre-order and order it are in the description, but I don't want to mention it constantly in every video. I kind of just want to stick to the writing vlogs for that and document that process, but I don't want to ram it down your throat that you've got to read it. Also, you might read it and not enjoy it, and I also want to make clear that it's completely fine with me. I'm not going to force you to like it if you decide to read it, and I would ask that you don't leave nasty comments about me in your reviews, but you know, I read books that I don't enjoy, and that is completely fine. I don't want that to affect your opinion of me. So I'm going to try and keep the two separate. Sometimes there will be crossover, but I'm not going to talk about it all the time. It's just going to be something that I talk about naturally, rather than like making you pre-order it, because you can if you want, but you don't have to, and I will fully understand if that is a decision that you don't want to make now, or you just decide, actually it's not for me, I'm going to leave somebody else to read it. And then my other thank you is to thank you for 23,000 subscribers. What? Sometimes I just stop and think, you know, if you all filled a room, how many people would that be? Because it would be a lot of people, and I can't believe that you're all watching me, because I feel like I sit in front of this camera and ramble on a lot, but you're all here and you're all so supportive, massive and I love it so much. And I look back on a picture from this time last year and I had 12,000 subscribers, so I've doubled that number in a year, and it terrifies me. I think I've said it before, and I don't even mean this in a very humbling way, but I honestly thought that I would reach like 7,500 subscribers and that was my limit and that was the ultimate number in the world. And now there are more of you, and there are more of you every single day, and it does terrify me, but in a really exciting way, and it's so nice, and I just love it. I love the discussions that we have, and I'm loving the videos that I'm making at the moment, and kind of moving away from the traditional booktube stuff, which I'm not really enjoying watching at the moment. And so I think I'm trying to do something different and go in a different direction with talking about classics and doing more discussions and that kind of thing. And I'm really enjoying making that style of video at the moment. And it's been really nice to enjoy that and to do something because I want to do it, not because everybody else is making that style of video. So I'm really enjoying it, and I hope that you are too, but I just can't believe that there are so many of you, and I'm like, I hope there's no more, because now I feel like it's a good number where I can talk to you all, and we've all got quite good relationships with each other, and it's really nice, but I kind of don't want it to get bigger because then there won't be that closeness, and I worry about that because I feel like my favourite part of this whole job is getting to talk to people from all over the world about books, and we've all got a shared interest, and I kind of worry a little bit that if there are more people then that won't be able to happen, but we'll see. I'm really enjoying it, and it's really nice to hear that you're enjoying books I'm enjoying, and I've read so many books that you have all recommended to me, and I just love it, and I wake up every day and just think about how lucky I am that I get to do this and get to talk to you all and you want to listen because I mean I literally just sit in my bedroom and talk, and you seem to enjoy it. Don't ask me why, but I can't explain it, but I'm forever grateful that you all want to listen to me ramble on. Nobody else does, let's be honest. So that was pretty much everything I've had to update you on. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It was a very casual, sit down, chatty video, but I quite like filming that every now and again. I've been out of practice at filming videos, so I needed something that would kind of get me used to it again, because even now, 5 years later, I'm still nervous every time I sit in front of the camera, and I don't know, hopefully that would change at some point, 10 years in maybe, but I still get very nervous about it, and it doesn't feel natural sitting and talking to a camera and nobody responding, but it's nice to just update you a bit on my life. I do keep the two separate, like the videos and my personal life, but it's nice sometimes to let the two meet and to just discuss what I've had going on. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys soon. Happy reading!